Oh, Hondas, you all know of them, and you all have an opinion on them. But why out of all the car brands is this one so targeted? Well, other than Mustangs last year anyways, but more on that another time. Hey guys, David here, and we're going to talk about Honda and why it gets so much more hate than any other brand in the industry.
What would you do if your world came tumbling down?
Number one is the drivetrain. Hondas purely are a generational thing. Kick into the late 90s and early 2000s, and people were all about that B-Series life. But the biggest argument, a lot of times, with Hondas isn't even the engine. It's the transmission, or the drivetrain. It's front-wheel drive, or to a lot of people, wrong-wheel drive. I personally can kind of relate to this, but it never made me hate it. It just made me prefer rear or all-wheel drive. For many people, since this was their baby and possibly got them into the car scene, they viciously defend it, even though it truly isn't the best way to put power down, if big power is your goal anyway. Don't get me wrong, spending and winning is a real thing in Hondas, to the point where they sometimes run 7-second quarter miles. But as a whole, this is a huge argument compared to other brands and platforms. Number two is a general rule with any modification on a Honda. The fart can. The fart can. The fart can. The fart can. Everyone knows the freaking fart can. Oh my god. Literally the most annoying thing in car culture is almost always on one brand of car. Honda. Hondas usually don't meet in the middle when it comes to modification. You either do everything right, or like many of your opinions, everything wrong. Bad paint jobs, body kits with wire mesh. I'm not against body kits, actually kind of like that they're coming back as a thing. People's cars now look different from each other. Fart can though is a cardinal sin. Easy to put on and make the car have a placebo effect that the car is faster. Because it's louder. Sorry dude, Winnie the Pooh fighting for some bees and honey doesn't make your car faster. And it makes the rest of the scene look bad if they are taking it seriously. But if you do it as a joke and put a fart can on your car, more power to you. Number three is fierce loyalty. Honda owners have an almost admirable loyalty to their brand. I mean, do you know what most of my friends had when we first got into cars? Hondas, Civics especially. And the older we got, the more Civics they built. But why? It's because it's what they know. And with them being so simple overall as machines and automobiles, they stick to it. However, this can create a Honda or whatever brand I like is the best and always will be the best, everything else sucks mentality. That's where you get people with the logo tattooed on their arm. Oh no, you do not get into a car platform debate with those people because you'll never convince them, so just don't even waste their breath. And you'll then end up with a response. But my boy Civic will walk that thing though, and you take a breath and go, first, why does it matter? And why does every Civic want to race me? Everywhere I go, even if it's lightly modified, it's because the cars like the CRX, the Civic EM1 SI, is commonly associated with youth. And I won't lie to you, when I was younger, I had the urge to literally race anything on four wheels. So when it's your turn to turn into a semi-old fart, you instantly want to associate that brand with youth and that kind of culture. And my favorite reason of all is they might actually beat you. Let's face it, Hondas overall are very well-built cars. If done right, or even a bone stock Honda will run practically forever. Plus, they are stupid lightweight, except the modern ones. A Civic with 350 horsepower will probably beat a modern car with 400 horsepower. It's basic physics, and unless you are rooting for your friend to beat you with their new Civic build after all their hard work, nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to be beaten by a Civic. It is because the Civic is the underdog. Everybody loves an underdog. There's no way around it. So when you get extra salty when you get beat by a Civic, and ask yourself, where did I go wrong in life? This saltiness is so true that my friend L had a GTO that got beat by a Civic, and then it made him so annoyed, he went out and made his GTO 700 horsepower, just so he had the peace of mind that he probably won't get beat again by an average turbo Civic. Also, the cars made by Honda that are rear-wheel drive are not just good, they are so good. If you've never given a first-gen NSX or S2000 a chance, drive one and see what you'll think. Trust me, I think you'll enjoy it. So the next time that you get beat by that Civic, laugh it off. Let the young whippersnapper have his glory. Speaking of those young whippersnappers, they gotta shave sometime, so let's talk about Dollar Shave Club. If you don't already know, DollarShaveClub.com delivers a high-quality razor right to your door, and if you get DollarShaveClub.com/blue or click the link in the description, you'll get 1 month free trial of any razor for just $1 with free shipping. You can pick out any blade you want, and they also have body cleanser, body bar, shampoo, conditioner, shave butter, and more. So what are you waiting for? Go to DollarShaveClub.com/blue or click in the link in the description below for any razor for just $1, shipping included. So why do you guys think Honda gets so much hate? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe and take it easy. Have a fantastic day.